What's up, everybody? Well, last time we were together, we were talking about some uncomfortable truths dealing with keto, and we were talking about kind of negative stuff like keto flu and things like that. So we're switching gears this week, and we're going to be talking about some unexpected surprises from doing keto. And before we get into it, I got a top 10 list I'm going to share with you at the end and explain that to you. But as far as the channel goes, I just want to give you a little update what's coming up. We've got some I've been experimenting with some homemade chili, keto chili, and some good dinner recipes. I've got another pumpkin spice recipe coming out, so looking forward to that. And if you hadn't had a chance, go back into the history, and you can look and see some good recipes there maybe that you'd like to try out. But today, it's all about these unexpected surprises with keto. And I'll start with myself first. One of the first unexpected surprises that I got was when I first joined, or when I first started keto. It's a long time ago when I first tried it. And in my mind, I thought that everybody would just be tickled to death that I was doing a weight loss program. And man, I got some blowback really fast. I mean, I got people saying, man, you killing yourself on that keto. That's the bacon diet, right? Blah, blah, blah. No, what's killing me is being 403 pounds, high blood pressure, high sugar. All that stuff's killing me at the time. So I needed to do something, and I was desperate. I mean, I was contemplating weight loss surgery. I mean, I've tried everything there was to try pretty much. And so I thought this was something that was sustainable in my life that I could do from here on out. And I know there's naysayers and everything. It don't matter if you go to the gym and you're lifting weights and you're trying to get stronger. Somebody's going to say, no, you need to do more reps and less weight, or you need to do more weight and less reps, or blah, blah, blah. It's always something. Everybody's got their opinions on things. But I stayed focused, and I quit pretty much telling people what I was doing after that first initial trial. You know, I didn't stick with it then. I had some things come up, but so now, unless somebody specifically asks, I don't tell them anything. They say, hey man, how you losing weight? I say, I quit eating as a hobby, and I joke and laugh it off. But that was an unexpected surprise for me, was that people wouldn't be more encouraging, because I'm actually taking a step to do something to better myself, and it seemed like it would work for me. But you know, people are people. I mean, they're going to say what they're going to say. But here I am, 130 some pounds later, lower sugar than ever, lower blood pressure than ever, still getting it. So, and so another interesting surprise for me was, and this is kind of interesting, I was surprised after I'd been in a while, maybe a month. I was surprised to realize that I'm not hungry all the time. Before, I mean, it seems like I grazed all day, through the day, chips here, something there, something there. Now, my appetite has been suppressed, and it's something that I was really surprised by. I thought, well, you know, I'm going on a diet, I'm going to have to quit eating, and it's not going to be no fun anymore. But I eat better now than ever. And the interesting thing is, I don't just keep eating. I get full, I stop, and my mind's changed about a lot of things. So that's my two biggest surprises, I guess you'd say, about all this. So now, what I did was, in getting some more ideas, was I went to a couple of my Facebook groups that I'm a part of and that I appreciate a lot, and a community that I'm a part of. And I just put the question out there, what unexpected surprises have you experienced? And I got a great big old list. And I mean, there was a lot of interesting things on there. So what I done was I just copied and pasted all those comments into a document. And then I asked AI, I said, now make a consensus of all these and give me a top 10 list. And what it did was it went through all those comments and found some of those that were in common, or the most things in common, and it gave me a list. So I'm going to go over that list with you today, and I'm going to comment on some of them, and you can see if you agree with this, if you've been doing keto. If not, if you're considering keto, this might be something to encourage you a little bit. None of this is scientific. There's no nutritional advice taking place here. This is just my opinion and things that's happened to me and the testimonials of the people that shared their stories on Facebook. So don't try to think that I'm a doctor and blah blah blah, because I'm not. So we'll start with number 10 and work our way to number 1. And number 10 is interesting. It says it come up with enhanced social life and family engagement. Now, I can go ahead and tell you right now, starting off, this is not going to happen. There's not going to be a lot of social engaging. Everything you go to, they're going to be serving donuts and soft drinks, and it's going to be some different things. And they're going to look at you like you're from Mars when you're saying, no thanks, I'm eating beef jerky. But as you start losing and you stay in it for a while, and it's a lifestyle, you can start offering recipes at these events, and then people are like, hey, what's that? And then you can tell them, hey, look, there's no sugar in this. You know, there's a lot of people that'll admit I've got high sugar. They won't say a lot of other things, but they'll say I got high sugar, I got diabetes. They won't admit to the I'm obese and I have an eating addiction or anything like that, but at least you can offer something to people that will own up to having sugar. And you can say, look, this is a no sugar alternative, And then once you've been in it even longer and you've got a group of friends, or you can get a group of friends that are doing the same thing, you can share great recipes. That's where Facebook comes in really nice, having groups. You can share ideas and glory stories and nightmares and all that good stuff. So enhanced social life and family engagement was number 10. Number 9, healthier skin and improved blood pressure. This is kind of a combination of two things, but we'll talk about it. A lot of people noticed that their acne had cleared up. I can personally testify that my blood pressure has come down. I'm still on blood pressure medicine, but my goal is to get off of it eventually. But clear skin, who don't want clear skin? All right, number 8, lower grocery and medical costs. Now, I've heard this, and I talked about it a little bit last podcast. People think that because you're doing keto, everything's expensive. You buy meat, you're spending all this money on groceries. Well, the truth is, if you balance it out, your budget, and you look at your budget, don't just look at your grocery bill, because yeah, your grocery bill may be higher, but you're going out to eat, going to restaurants, all the junk food, vending machines, all that part comes down. So I can see this, and then it also says medical cost. And I got to knock off one medicine right off the start of doing the program I'm on, and that saved me $60 every 3 months. And now there's some people that's off of medicine altogether. But yeah, future medical costs, man, it costs a lot of money when you start having to go to the emergency room and doctor's visits and all that. So that's saved money as well. So I see that one a lot. That's a good one. Number 7, something else you probably hadn't thought about as an expected surprise. I know every Thursday or Friday around my house is trash day. And I have to gather up the trash and all that stuff and go to the convenience site. But number 7 is reduced waste and trash. So we'll link this up like this. When you're doing keto and you include meal prep, nothing goes to waste as far as food. I mean, if I have leftovers, man, it will go to lunch with me. I'll bag it up in Ziploc bags and freeze it or whatever, and I'll use it through the week. And then when I go to take the trash off, all those styrofoam takeout trays, they're gone, they're missing. All those drink bottles, the 2-liter cola bottles, they're missing. All this excess trash is missing, and that's sort of a irony, because it's the trash in your body that's missing as well. So reduced trash and waste, I see that. Number 6, weight loss and downsizing and clothes. Now, I kind of was hoping that would happen, but yeah, I guess for a lot of people that's tried and tried and tried, it is a surprise. It's an unexpected surprise, especially when you're dropping a significant amount of weight, how fast you're going down. So that's a good surprise. Number 5, improved sleep quality. Some of the responses that I got from the little questionnaire I put out there was, hey, I'm no longer using my CPAP machine anymore. I can breathe. And you think about it, man, I used to have a neck. I got the little thing, goozle here is what I call it. But everybody that's ever lost weight sort of gets that thing and they're aggravated by it. But it's kind of a trophy for me. I'm going to cover mine up with a beard maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I've noticed that I sleep better because I'm not snoring as much. My wife says I don't snore as much as I used to. Things like that. So I can see that. Improved sleep. And then number 4 was better digestive health and less bloating. And people were talking about like irritable bowel stuff and things like that, a lot of that's gone, and a lot of the acid reflux has gone as a surprising result of being on keto. I know I used to have acid reflux and it would wake me up in the middle of the night. And I've not had that in a long time now, so I'm thankful for that. But yep, just another surprising result of doing keto. Number 3, mental clarity and less brain fog. A lot of people say that they're thinking clearly, they've got a sharper focus on their thoughts, things like that. I've experienced that some. It seems like sometimes before I hit my head here recently, it seemed like if I could concentrate better, like if I was reading or thinking about stuff. But yeah, I'm not the only one. There's been several people in that questionnaire that said that had better clarity of thinking. So, number 2, improved energy and endurance. Man, I'm telling you, when I started losing weight, I felt more like doing things. I could walk a little bit longer. I mean, before I started, I could barely make it to the mailbox and back without being out of breath. I was in bad shape, and a lot of people have noticed that, man, I've got a lot of energy doing this keto thing. And then I know there's some scientific stuff behind it, and I don't know how to explain all of it, but I'm not the only one that's felt that way. There's a lot of people have, and it's kind of like your body's just running more efficiently, I think is the best way I can explain it. So that was number 2. And number 1, drum roll, reduce pain and inflammation. Now, that was the number 1. That was consensus across the board. A lot of people said the best thing about keto is they're not aching and hurting anymore. I know for my own self and a lot of people, man, I was eating a leave just to get through my work day, just trying to make it, come home and just be aching and hurting. Couldn't go to sleep because I was aching and hurting. My feet and hands were swollen up. And now, a lot of that's gone. Now, I mean, I'm not taking away from an 8-hour work day, 10-hour work day, 12-hour work day, whatever you work, because you're going to be tired. But as far as energy getting through the day and feeling better at the end of the day, absolutely, I can see that. So that's 10 unexpected surprises from doing keto. Now, if you have some, you can drop them in the comments, some good things that happen to you or whatever, but for me, it's been good after that first little bit. I got started. It's been a good journey. So, hey, until next time, eat well and may the Lord bless you.